The president, John Dramani Mahama, had formed his cabinet with 19 ministers as required by law. And while I respect the decision of the president, I'm a bit disappointed that the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, Honorable Abla Jifagomashi, is not part of this cabinet. Very disappointed. And please, I'm not being petty, I'm not being biased because I'm from this industry or I belong to this industry, but I have a reason for being disappointed in the president for not including our sector minister in his cabinet. And I'll explain. Our ministry has been in cabinet for all this while. All these years we've been in cabinet. We've had ministers of tourism in cabinet. But I'm struggling to understand why this time around we did not make it. Now, if I'm going further to explain, what I will say is that our exclusion from cabinet to me is a very big deal, because you see, cabinet is a selected group of ministers that form the core decision making, if you like, body for president. And so the president, the vice president, and some 19 people or ministers come together to form the cabinet. The number of ministers should not be less than 10, but not more than 19. And so we have 19 ministers chosen now to form cabinet. And our sector minister, Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, is not part of it. Now, cabinet thinks policy, cabinet thinks direction of governance. And usually these ministers are selected from sectors that are very crucial to the growth and development of the nation. So I call them the core of the executive. If your sector minister is part of cabinet, chances are your minister will have the closeness to decision making. And so if you have any concerns, if you like, to table before cabinet, to table before those who hold the power to make decisions, it's easy for you to channel your thoughts, your grievances across. The Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts must always be at this high table. This high table of decision making. Our ministry must be part, because the society's growth is hinged on tourism, culture and creative arts. Everywhere, all powerful countries don't joke with tourism, culture and creative arts. And I'm talking about a ministry in Ghana that is the third largest contributor to the GDP of Ghana after cocoa and then oil and gas. So yes, as a sector that is third in contributing to this economy, I'm struggling to understand why our minister wouldn't make it to cabinet. And if you care to know, if you pick 2 out of every 10 jobs in Ghana, 2 come from tourism, culture and creative arts. This is a sector made up of 3 domains that drive the soul of Ghana. And in 2022, the tourism sector in Ghana contributed approximately $3.4 billion to the country's GDP. And I'm sure even now, if you are to go into the recent figures, you will even get higher, because in recent times or in the past years, we've seen some growth in our tourism, culture and creative arts industries. Now, today's Say It Loud is not just maybe foist our ideas on the president and say, President, do this, by force, do that. No, we're not doing that. But we're just reminding him that tourism, culture and creative arts, this ministry is not ancillary. We should not be put on the back burner. You see, it's a major driving force in Ghana's economy. So as we are moving on, our exclusion from cabinet should not reflect in anything else of government in terms of priority. At no point in time should we be put, on the back or say, oh, this industry, let's think about them later. No. We hope that the second coming of President John Dramani Mahama will be fruitful, But if it will really be successful, he needs to pay attention to the soul of our economy, which I think is tourism, culture, and creative art. If not, I'm very sure all these things we're looking forward to having will be elusive if he doesn't put premium on the orange economy. Whoever has ears, let them hear.